up here at the Panther Pavilion with Rodney Plumlee, head coach of the Lincoln County Panthers. Well, again, final year of MSAC, so the final time as an MSAC affiliate, you'll have these Riverside Warriors come into town. What are you guys going to do tonight to come out with the W tonight?
Well, we'll have to play with a lot of energy because it's one thing that the new coach, Coach Hersher, he's got to play with a lot of energy and a lot of intensity on defense. And I know when I scouted them early in the year, there was more energy in the building than I'd seen there in years. And they're talented. They put a real good, talented, athletic, quick, nice shooters, starting five out there. Their starting five would stack up against most teams in the conference.
What are you going to expect to see out of your Panthers tonight? More of an inside game, outside game on the offensive end?
We always, to be successful, we have to blend both. We can't live on one and be successful against most of the teams we play. We really have to have good contribution inside, and our guards have to make shots. I mean, that's, when our guards are making shots, we do really well. We play really well, and it opens up more on the inside. But our inside players are really developing offensively over the last few ball games, and we got a young kid that's really been stepping up on the wing offensively. You're going to see tonight. Tonight will be his second start. It's PJ Arbaugh. And he's a new starter for us, and it's because offensively he's really talented. I mean, he can knock down perimeter shots. He's real aggressive with the basketball, makes good plays. So we need a good night out of him tonight, as well as Jordan Aldridge.
Okay. Alrighty, so how's your team progressing so far? You guys got a few wins under your belt already. How's that confidence come along up here at Panther Country?
Well, this group's always been confident. That's what I like about this group. I mean, they've got a chip on their shoulder, and they feel like they're going to win ball games no matter what gym we're playing in. And I just think that they're excited about playing. They're developing. They're playing. They're improving every week, practice by practice. They also know our schedule's about to pick up a great deal. They know these next 9 ball games that we play, we got to play really well to give ourselves an opportunity to win. All right? Yeah. And, a couple of them games we want to play really well to keep a dog in the fight. So, but they're excited to get to this game and get to this part of our schedule.
All right, one final question here for you. Lincoln County is victorious tonight
if we shoot the three good, and don't get out-rebounded on the glass. Keep their big boys and their athletic kids off the glass. If we can rebound, if we can hold our own with the rebounding offensively and defensively, and one or two of our guards has a nice game from behind the arc, I think we'll be successful.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that for you guys here, and best of luck here to you tonight. Head coach Rodney Plumlee with Tony Lane of wvsportsnet.com, your sports voice of the Valley. We're back here at the Panther Pavilion here in Hammond, West Virginia with Riverside head coach, Coach Hersher. How we doing today, Coach?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Another great night for basketball.
Yeah.
Well, it's your first season as a head coach here at Riverside. How's that going for you? Has it been a tough learning curve?
Yeah, every night we learn something different. Every day in practice we learn something different. We're learning to play every play. It's something new up there at Riverside. Play hard and compete, and I'm getting it through these guys that if we do, we can win some games.
Alrighty, well, what are you expecting to see out of this Lincoln County team tonight, and what's considered not a very easy environment to play in?
Yeah, we had one of my coaches come down and scout, I think last week, and there's a big crowd here, hostile environment. They play hard, shoot well. It'll be a battle, that's for sure.
How big of a game is it for you guys tonight to come out and get one under your belt here, especially in the MSAC?
Oh, it's huge for us right now. We won our first 2, dropped our last 6. We need a win to help gain confidence, and then we go into the MSAC schedule now, so it's a big test, and we need this one.
No easy one in that conference.
Oh, no, not at all.
All right, well, we've never actually got to see you guys play, so what can we expect to see offensively and defensively out of your Warriors tonight?
We're going to get out and run, that's for sure. Our number one offense wants to be a fast break, and we want to have pressure defense, all of us on the ball, all of us helping, jumping around, jump defense. So it should be fun to watch up and down the court. Hopefully put a lot of points on the board.
I heard that. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Coach.
Right,
and again, thank you for coming to stop with us.
Right,
Coach Hersher, Riverside Warriors. Again, here on wvsportsnet.com, your sports voice of the Valley. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back up here at the Panther Pavilion in Hammond, West Virginia. Me and John Foster over here, our home sweet home. I'm Tony Lane, and again, as always, we're wvsportsnet, your teamed up sports voice in the Valley here, especially for high school basketball in the Southern West Virginia region. And this is our second game up here this year. Second game we get to cover the Panthers. Last game we got to see them play against the GW Patriots in tough order as they were defending AAA state champs. Really rough first quarter for them. We're down 18-2 or 22 after the first quarter, I'm not mistaken. But only ended up losing the game by like 18 points, so it was an even ball game the last three quarters. So this Lincoln County team, they're scrappy, they're tough, and they know how to play defense. That's one thing Plumlee's boys have always been able to do. The question is tonight, can they, instead of the defense, can they maintain the defense, and can they put up enough points on the offensive end to come out of here with an MSAC victory, which are tough to come by in that Mountain State Athletic Conference?
Absolutely. It's another tough team coming out of Charleston, or the Charleston area, I should say. Bell, Chesapeake, Quincy, all that's where these Riverside kids come from. But, like you said, Tony, you said it well. I remember in certain parts, 21-3 at the end of the first quarter. You talked about the 18-point spread at the end of the game. Lincoln County was a whole different team quarters 2, 3, and 4 than they were the first. I think this opening night at the Pavilion, the band was here, the place was packed. Probably the nerves got to them a little bit. And, Darren Williams from GW got hot and hit a few threes. And really, I'm like you, they played them even. Take away the first quarter, and they were in that ball game. And I know that's something Plumlee stressed to his boys. Hey, look, we can play with anybody here in the MSAC if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We had a couple turnovers and stuff earlier, so it'll be interesting to see what Lincoln County team comes out early here tonight.
Right, and they got plenty of scoring on the offensive end from both Alex Elkins and then also Jordan Aldridge, the two-guard. But then after that, it was kind of stale. A couple points here and there, but they needed almost a third person to rely on the scoring, as Coach Plumlee said in the pre-game interviews. And that may come in TJ Arbo, a 6'2 junior, who's going to be playing out on the wing. He said it's been a very nice surprise for him, as you heard him say on the offensive end. So I'm curious to see how he comes out here tonight and have compliments with Elkins and again Jordan Aldridge as well as others. And they got the big man. He don't have a lot of size shoulder to shoulder, but boy, he's got all kinds of length from head to toe, including them long arms. And junior, 6'6 junior Nate Kremens.
Yeah, and you talk about the inside presence. GW had All-State returning player Thomas Frankie, and he was really non-existent. I think he may have scored in the double digits, but we talked about it in the fourth quarter of that broadcast. It was just 2 or 3 points here. There was nothing real dominant about it. You put Cremens and Coburn on him. We were talking about on the way down here Tyler Coburn's intensity. I think you said it best. Not the biggest, not the strongest, not the tallest kid on the floor, but probably plays with the most passion. And when he can bottle that up and control it, he's a great asset for Plumlee Panthers.
No, you're absolutely right there. And I'll even say this on the air. I was like, I wonder how many technical fouls Coburn's going to draw, because he's that guy. He's so relentless.
Yeah.
He just really doesn't give you a break. And to a lot of these immature teenagers, that can get in your face. And some kids just don't respond too well and lose their cool. And you know what? Whatever works is whatever works. You get a big guy that get a technical, he's in some trouble. And you're getting not only free throws, you're getting a possession back. So, it's good to have them defensive intensity players, because if you get someone in their head mentally and you make them start forcing shots on you, make them think they have to beat you to get back even with you, then you're in good shape.
You touched on a point there. You said forcing up shots. We heard from Coach Hersher, first-year coach for the Riverside Warriors, and he said his best offense was to get out and run on a fast break. And I think that really compliments Plumlee on what he's trying to do, because there was times during the GW game that their offense got real stagnant when they went to the half court. And you come down a few trips down the floor and you get Elkins open and you get Jordan Aldridge driving to the basket. I think that this game we're going to see tonight, if Riverside wants to speed it up like their coach wants them to, we could be in for an action-packed game time. We might be looking at the game in the 70s. 80s.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Those are always fun. I love a good old defensive showdown, but it's always a little more exciting to watch whenever you got back and forth the whole game.
I don't think this will be one of them Kingery type games where we'll be in the 30 and 40s. I think we'll get out there and we'll run 50 and plus.
I miss you, Coach, but I did not miss those at all. Those are always exciting games to watch. We had all kinds of good ones there last year at the Hawks Nest. But we're getting up here at the Panther Pavilion. Exciting. I'm expecting a pretty fair, even matchup here tonight, because both teams, are considered mid to lower pack of the MSAC. Both got a lot to prove. Both trying to say that, hey, we're not. And that's the greatest thing about basketball. I always say it's not how you start the season. It's how you progress your team, get ready for tournament time, because everybody's got a shot.
Well, both schools have finished up with their Christmas break. The holidays are past, and now they're going to get into the meat of their schedule, here from about the second week in January to March. Normally, you're going to play 2 to 3 games a week, so there's not a whole lot of time to practice. So all the practicing, for the most part, has been done. Offense is implemented, defensive strategies planned. I think it'll come down tonight, Tony, on who can shoot the basketball from beyond the three-point line. You heard Plumlee talk about it. He thought he'd be victorious if a couple of his streaky shooters could get hot and knock down a couple of threes. Coach Hersher seems to think the same thing out of his team. We might be in for an old-fashioned NBA game, Tony, where no defense is played, just jacking up threes.
All right. Whatever works, as long as it's a good one, offensive or defensive, no matter what. But we're going to take a break here and come back with tonight's opening tip-off and starting lineups here tonight in this one. Again, Lincoln County versus Riverside and MSAC action. Tony Lane, John Foster here to my left on wvsportsnet.com.
The sports voice of the Valley.